off of Whitney Road at the 911 Center, and we want to thank you, the voters of Walton County, for approving the splosh to allow this 911 Center to be expanded. As some of you may or may not know, this thing was built in the early 90s, and it's still the same size, same building as when we only had 40 to 50,000 people in Walton County, and now we're at 86,000. And so we are really excited about getting to do this expansion. And well, I'm going to turn it over to Wendra. She's the 911 director, and let her tell you a little bit about what's going to go on.
Yes, we are very excited, and I concur with the chairman. Thanks voters for voting in this SPLOST to help us expand our building. We have far outgrown our current facilities, and we will expand out back toward Whitney Road. We will have 10 positions. Right now we only have 6. So we'll be expanding our capacity, especially for emergencies, to be able to have more people on hand during natural disasters and things of that nature. And I appreciate all the commissioners' help with getting everything started, and hopefully we'll be getting the building soon.
All right, Leah, Timmy, y'all got anything to say as commissioners?
We just definitely want to thank the voters and thank the people of Walton County for allowing such wonderful things through the SPLOST. And thank you, Chairman Little, Timmy, and everybody else has had some action plan into putting this together.
You good? Well, all right. Wendra, you gonna get over here and help us?
I'll go ahead.
All right.
That's the man's work.
All right. Well, you guys just sit back. All right. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. Look at that. It didn't come out hard enough. All right.
That good old Georgia Clay.
That's right. Good deal.
We have great local things here in our visitor center. All of our fixtures are made here in Monroe. We have some great shopping and dining guides for you to learn about what we have in downtown, as well as some event shirts and books. Also, the museum is open, and we would love for you to come see all the exhibits the volunteers have worked so hard on. There's an amazing Girls Corps exhibit, as well as an Indian exhibit. So come out and see us and learn a little bit about our history.
If you want to find out more, you can go to MonroeDowntown.com and find out all about the happenings in downtown Monroe, and our Christmas parade's coming up on December 3rd, the first Thursday in December, and we'll have candlelight shopping after that. So come on downtown and enjoy the holidays with us.
The McDaniel Tishner House presents the annual Mini Evergreen Festival. It is a reception and silent auction. This will be on Friday, November the 13th from 6 to 8. Come enjoy delicious holiday foods and beverages while glimpsing at unique holiday items and donations from local friends and businesses in our community. Bid to take home your favorite items. Bidding will take place between 6 and 7:30. Ticket holders can preview the silent auction on November the 13th from 12 to 2. All funds raised benefit the preservation of the historic McDaniel Tishner House. Ticket prices are $15, so come out and do some holiday shopping early and help preserve our heritage. Saturday, November the 14th from 9 to 2, the American Legion Post 233 will be holding a Veterans Information Workshop. If you have questions regarding your benefits or how to enter a claim and what services are available to you, this workshop can help answer all of those questions. You'll be able to meet one-on-one with people and discuss your individual needs. So come out on Saturday, November the 14th from 9 to 2 to the American Legion Post 233. Before heading to the Veterans Workshop on Saturday, November the 14th, come out to the Walton Clean and Beautiful Recycling Center and participate in America Recycles Day. They will be accepting old paint, you can shred documents, and they're accepting donations of shoes. This is Saturday, November the 14th from 8 to 12. So all that old paint in your garage, come on and bring it on down, and that you can recycle it and save our planet. Just to note, they will not be using the scales that day, so there is no trash drop off. It's only recycling. So bring out your old paint, your old documents, and some gently used shoes to donate. Thank you.
Right, base, colors. Present. Arms.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Forward. Arms. Right. Ace. Forward. Arch.
O God of hosts, we bow our heads in thankfulness for the victories you have granted to us and to those people who have united with us to stamp out the evils of aggression, intolerance, and greed. We beseech you to bring the blessings of understanding to the families and friends here and other lands, of those who have given their lives that men may be free. Grant, O God, to those closest to the fallen, may consider the pain of their losses in the ennobling light of sacrifice for civilization, sacrifice for a better world for this generation and for those yet unborn. Grant us too, O God, the courage to so live with the family of nations around the world that the end of strife will be the beginning of enduring peace. Grant us patience in planning with our fellow men a world in which nations may resolve their differences by peaceful means. Touch the souls of men in every land with the enduring light of wisdom, so that they may form a brotherhood of people that will strive to future the arts of peace under laws and ethics blessed by your love. Grant us now your continued blessings upon unity and strength that make victories possible in war, that we may win greater victories of peace. Amen.
Amen. Everybody can be seated. We appreciate everybody coming out today. We're sorry about the delay. That's probably my fault. I'll take the blame for it. But like I said, we appreciate the scouts coming out. And got some ROTC boys and the Navy. Appreciate y'all coming out today. Commander, he's not here today. I think he's a little under the weather, so I'm manning the show again. But we appreciate everybody coming out. Let's see. And at this time, everybody knows that Veterans Day is Wednesday, but we go ahead and do ours on a Wednesday before, because a lot of people work and you can't participate in programs on the work day. But we got a lot of programs coming up. If anybody wants, I think George Walton's having one. Probably everybody's welcome. We have one over at the nursing home at 2 o'clock, I think, right? At Great Oaks. It's going to be a nice one. If everybody's welcome to come over to that. So we appreciate everybody coming out today. And like I say, about Veterans Day, in 1919, President Woodrow Wilson proclaimed November 11th as Armistice Day, to commemorate the end of the World War I. The end of the war happened at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. So that's why November 11th was chosen. Congress changed the name to Veterans Day in 1954. So a legal holiday in the U.S. honors all who have served in the nation's armed forces, whether they are living or dead, if you're a veteran. But at this time, like I say, we appreciate it coming by. I like the auxiliary president, Janice, my wife, to come on up. We're going to have a poem, The Best of Earth, a Veterans Day tribute. If you want to say it there, can you say it? You're sorry if you can.
Please let me so I won't have to come.
Her back's in trouble, so she's going, if everybody, she can do it right there. Thank you.
I do want to thank everybody for coming out. I'm sorry we have. If someone has done military service, they earn the title veteran and more. They earn our deepest respect and admiration, that they are special, that no one can ignore. They sacrificed the comforts we enjoy. The list is long of all the things they gave. Our veterans are extraordinary people. They're loyal, dedicated, true, and brave. When terror and invasion were real threats, they showed us they could handle any storm. We owe our freedoms and our very lives to our veterans who served in uniform. Our veterans should be celebrated. They're exceptional, no other group compared. We're grateful for many things they've done. They're always in our hearts and in our prayers. We owe our veterans support and friendship. Let no one ever question what they are worth. These men and women served us and our country. Our veterans are the very best on earth.
Thank you, Janice. Okay, at this time, we got another one. Take a moment to thank a veteran by Junior Vice Commander Harry Lemons. When did you read that for? Yeah, you had. No, I forgot to change name. Excuse me.
Sorry.
I'm in a rush. I'm Sergeant at Arms, Dennis Walters. I'm sorry. That's my fault again. I had Harry down to start with, and Dennis said he would do it. So we tried to split everything up.
Let's take a moment to thank a veteran. When you see someone in uniform, someone who serves us all, doing a military duty, answering their country's call, take a moment to thank them for protecting what you hold dear. Tell them that you're proud of them and make it very clear. Just tap them on the shoulder, give them a smile, and say, thanks for what you're doing to keep us safe all day. I thank you for this moment.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you. Okay, we got a couple of guest speakers. They really members of our post. Both of them members of our post, so we're proud of that. We got service photograph from the state, a state officer from the state. And plus we got the chief of, I guess we call him police, fire department, I don't know what you call your program now, chief?
Just call me Keith.
Just Keith Glass. But to start with, I'm going to let, everybody knows Keith, so, they're doing a good job. But first we want to let Tommy come on up and Hatton, and like I say, he's our photograph, the state officer, and he's a member of our post. We're glad he's going to do a little speaking for us today. Thank you, Tommy.
When Benny asked me to speak today and said because the general, he didn't show up or couldn't make it, I thought that was pretty sad that a buck sergeant took the place of a general, but I'm going to try my best. It's truly been an honor to be a member of Post 64. We've seen some ups and downs over the years together, as when I was district commander and also as a state officer. My present position at the department is I'm the webmaster and do photography and video. It's been a lot of fun. I also serve on 2 national positions. I'm vice chairman of National Homeland Security and also vice chairman of National Emergency Fund. 70 years ago, President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed what many historians consider the greatest social legislation ever passed by the U.S. Congress. As popular as the GI Bill remains today, it took the horrific cost and bloodshed of World War II to remind many Americans just how great a debt we owed our veterans. While Roosevelt would later prove himself to be the greatest wartime commander-in-chief, what he and others failed to realize at that time is that the veterans were not asking to be a part of a special class. They just wanted a shot at the American dream that they had fought so hard to defend. Most Americans profess a true love for our veterans, especially at gatherings like this one today. And while their feelings are usually sincere, it is important to remember that veterans are defending us 365 days a year. The heroes that has been disturbed time and time again, veterans from the American Revolutionary War to the Gulf War on terrorism, is sometimes, unfortunately, by those who enjoy the serenity and satisfaction of our privilege. For many veterans, our nation was important enough to endure long separations from their families, missing the births of their children, freezing in sub-zero temperatures, barking in wild jungles, loss of limbs, and far too often, the loss of lives. Military spouses have had to endure career interruptions, frequent changes in address, and a desperate share of parental responsibilities. The children often had to deal with the changes in school, separation from friends, and the hardest of all, the uncertainty of whether their mom or dad will live through their next combat tour. Warriors need advocates, and that's why the American Legion exists. We are here to serve our veterans, their families, and our community. But more important, our country needs our veterans. You can fight a war without veterans, and while the untold ideals of society without war is appealing, let us not forget that wars have liberated slavery, stopped genocide, and toppled terrorism. It has been often said that our veterans, Americans, would be speaking Russian, German, or perhaps Japanese, regardless of what your views are, history you take. We do know without the veterans, America would not be America. And as today we look into the Middle East, we know that there are large, dangerous, and committed groups of terrorists that want us dead. And while ISIS and other terrorists may lack the conventional weapons of Nazi Germany or the Imperial Japanese, they are every bit as evil in their intentions. Companies should understand that it is smart business to hire veterans, and when members of the Guard and Reserve deploy, it is American business to ensure that their citizens' careers do not suffer. One of the saddest parts that we have are our homeless veterans. This is something that the American Legion is improving on daily. Yearly, we're improving the care of our veterans at the VA hospitals, thanks to the American Legion and veterans such as the ones here. We strive to see that each veteran gets what he or she deserves. We need to find a way to help them better, and we're working on it. Day after day, the American Legion committees meet to try to determine what we can do to help not only our homeless veterans, but our veterans with PTSD and other illness. We can do better. We must do better. Can a CEO or a distinguished Ivy League graduate truly claim to have more responsibility than a 21-year-old squad leader walking point on patrol in Afghanistan? Fewer than 10% of Americans can claim the title of veteran. Far less than 1% of our population is currently defending us in the global war on terrorism, and yet many seem to intend trying to balance many are content yet to seem to intent to trying to balance the federal budget by demonstrating the quality of life programs designed for the family who have already desperately made the ultimate sacrifice. Veterans have given us freedom, security, and a great nation on earth. It is important it is impossible to put a price on that. We must remember them. We must appreciate them. For God bless you and for being here. God bless our veterans, and God bless America.
All right, that was a very good speech. And at this time, we'd like to have Keith Glass, our chief of, I guess, all city of Monroe.
I'm just really honored to have the opportunity to be here and speak to veterans, but I'm so proud today to get to see these young scouts, and got asked a few questions by the scouts, and one was, why do veterans do what they do? And I looked back at the young man, I said, because of you. I've had the privilege to be in the Middle East. I've had the privilege to be in a country called Georgia, which sits right on top of Turkey and is below Russia. And everybody that's served in our great nation has done so to make sure that you young guys and gals have the same opportunities we've had. And while our nation has not been perfect, the opportunities I've had to see other nations, it's nowhere we would trade it for. You live in the greatest country that's on the face of the earth, and you need to thank God every day, or whatever your belief is. I don't want to offend nobody. You know, we're in a world now where you have to be careful about what you say sometimes, but every day, just the fact that you're a citizen of the United States of America is a blessing that if you become a veteran, you'll understand more deeply. But again, just thank you for the opportunity, and thank all of you that serve, you know, whether from World War II through our current global war on terrorism, or whatever you want to call it. That number you give a while ago, 1%, you know, I'm glad I'm a 1%er. I'm glad I've had the opportunity to serve this great nation, both on in a reserve capacity and on active duty. It's an honor to be a veteran. It's an honor to serve you as a veteran and serve this great nation. So enjoy Veterans Day when it comes around, and we'll make sure the flags are flying in downtown Monroe. And if there's any way that I can ever help you, just call on us. And God already has blessed America, and I ask that He continues to do that, and that He continues to bless each and every one that's here. Thank you for allowing me the time to say hey.
Thank you, Keith. Okay. At this time, we appreciate, that was a good speech by both Keith and Tommy. They said a lot of the truth. So at this time, we'd like to have one of our auxiliary members, Anita Pettis, a poem We Owe Them a Lot. Do you want to come up here, or you want to say that there, Anita?
On Veterans Day, we remember again our men and women who served. We honor them now for what they did then, the liberties they preserved. Let's never forget their sacrifice, the hard, heavy work they have done. They did what was asked, crucial needs they fulfilled, with a telephone, a pencil, or a gun. We're happy and proud to honor them. They gave so much for more than they got. Our heroes, our veterans, keep freedom safe. All of us owe them a lot.
Thank you, Anita. And at this time, we usually place the wreath, but since we're inside today, we're not outside up at the courthouse where we usually put it at the flame. Everybody knows we got a flame that the American Legion, the VFW, and all the veterans put up many years ago for the veteran. It burns constantly. The city keeps it up for us. We appreciate that. But I'm going to go ahead and everybody please a minute of my silent prayer, please. We're going to do like we was at the courthouse, we're going to play the taps. If everybody would please rise if we can. I have salute. 2. This time, I'd like for, y'all keep please rise to the ROTC. Would y'all retire colors, please?
Color right. Hold. Right. Ace. Retreat. Colors. Left. Ace. Forward. Arch.
That's all right. Go aside. We just got low ceilings. At this time, I would like to thank everybody. I think we did turn out and have a pretty good little crowd in our service today. That's pretty good for a change. And I appreciate OTC for helping us. Thank y'all. I appreciate the Cub Scouts and Chris. Thank y'all. And they did put flags out at the graveyard this morning. We appreciate that too. Thank y'all. Appreciate our guest speakers, Keith and Tommy. Thank y'all and all for coming, all our members of our post and SAL unit. We appreciate it and thank y'all for coming, and I think that ends our service. And don't forget Veterans Day Wednesday. Everybody do something for a veteran. Thank y'all.
Hello, I'm Kenny Sargent with Keep Walton Beautiful in the Walton County Recycling Center. I want to thank you all for tuning in today. Here at the Recycling Center, it's all about America Recycles Day that's coming up on November the 14th. That is a Saturday. I know I've talked about it a little bit before, but I want to go through it again to give you guys the details. We will be closing the scale that day for trash disposal, so the scales will be closed. It's going to be all about recycling that day. The drive-through for recycling and the green bag disposal is still open out here at the compactor out back. So we will be accepting green bags and we'll be open for recycling. In addition to that, we will have our paint collection like we have the last 2 years. Latex paints, $1 a gallon. Oil-based paints will be $2 a gallon, up to 10 gallons. At that point, if you have over 10 gallons, you will have to pay regular price for anything over 10 gallons. So be prepared for that. Regular price is going to be $2 on latex and $4 on the oil-based paints. Also, the new thing we're trying this year that I wanted to bring up was the document destruction. Basically the same details as always. We're up to 2 bankers boxes of documents can be brought in to be shredded. Anything over that, they typically charge $5 a box, and that will go to the Lindsay Group. It is what they charge. We're not charging anything. That is their charge, and they would be the people you would pay for that. But up to 2 bankers boxes of documents will be shredded for free, and we're also doing the shoebox recycling. Again, that's from 8 to 12 here on Saturday, November the 14th, and we're looking forward to seeing everybody out. And if you are doing the paint recycling and the document destruction, grab an old pair of shoes and bring them in. We have a young teenager that's volunteered through the schools. He sets up boxes at the schools, and we work with him and try to get the shoes for him at our events. So any slightly worn shoes you have that are still in pretty good shape that somebody else could wear, bring them in to show your appreciation, and let's help this young man out. He does a lot for us, and he does a lot environmentally speaking around the county. So again, we look forward to seeing you guys. We're prepared and ready, and we're excited to get going.
Hey, I'm Isaac with Reboot Computer Company, and we're going to give you the Reboot Tech Tip today. I wanted to talk a little bit about these people that call you on the phone and say they're Microsoft, or actually we've been somewhat of a victim of it here at Reboot. There were some guys that were calling and saying it was Reboot from Monroe. But anyway, so what they do is they actually try to get you to let them on your computer and then they install some crazy software, they run some crazy program that tells you, you've got 500 errors or you've got a virus or something like that, and then they want to sell you some kind of crazy service for like $500 or for $100 or whatever it is, and to get rid of that stuff. There's a couple things with that. The biggest thing is Microsoft is not going to call you. They're just not going to do that. They don't work like that. So if somebody calls you and says they're Microsoft, just go ahead and hang up the phone. It's going to be okay. The other thing is if they call you and you kind of go through the rigmarole and you do everything but let them on your computer, that's probably okay. As long as you don't let them on your computer, it's really not going to be a big deal. But I don't know of any company that will ever actually call you and say, hey, you have an issue with your computer, let me fix it for you. It just doesn't work like that. These guys, they travel around all over the place and call people, and it's a big scam and it's a big money maker. The biggest thing we always want to tell people is do not let them on your computer. Let's say you do let them on your computer. One of the things you want to do is you can take it to a shop, like Reboot here in Monroe, or somebody else you trust that works on computers. Take it to them right away, because if they get on your computer and they install something, they could be pulling information off of it every time it's on the internet. So it can be very dangerous, especially if you do like online banking and stuff like that. There's actually programs out there that they can install that do, they're called keylogger programs. And what that actually means is every time you type on the keyboard, it keeps track of every key you press, and so they get a report, with everything, and so it'll basically have your password listed in that report. And so when they get that, they can go into your bank account and they just drain it out. So it can be very dangerous. So definitely, that needs to be a huge red flag if somebody calls you. Don't let them on your computer. The only other thing I wanted to mention briefly about, this whole situation is just viruses in general. Some folks think that you don't need to have a good antivirus, or, if you have malware you don't need an antivirus, or if you have a spyware thing, you don't need an antivirus, or if you have more than one antivirus, that's better. There's a couple myths about all that stuff. You definitely want to have some kind of antivirus. I don't care if you have an actual firewall device at your business or your house or whatever, you still need some sort of antivirus. We get reports that we read, and they come out about once a month. There's a company that actually tests all these major antivirus software companies, and we get a report. I will tell you that some of the top ones, like some of the top paid ones, are going to be like Kaspersky, if you've heard of that one. Bitdefender is almost always at the top. There's one called Avira that makes a free one that we actually use here at the store, and it's a decent free one. Typically that's what we load on all the computers we sell here. That one's okay. I would say probably those three are going to be, almost always at the top, so they're good ones. The other thing too is you don't want to have more than one antivirus program on your computer. What happens is they start competing with each other, and they can bring up what's called false positives, like they think they see something when they really don't. They can slow your computer way down. So only have one antivirus on your computer. Now you can also do what's called an adware or spyware program that'll help you get rid of some of that stuff. Malwarebytes is a real popular one. That's actually what we recommend, and we load that on everything we sell here. There's another one called Spybot, like Spybot Search and Destroy. It's pretty popular. It's a decent one. So we recommend having an antivirus and a program for your adware and your spyware. And then the only other thing we would really recommend is there's a program called AdBlock that you can download for free, and it attaches itself to your internet browser, like Internet Explorer or Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox. And what that does is it takes away all those annoying ads like on the side, and just all the ads that come on the internet. So you're a little less likely to actually click on something you shouldn't be clicking on that'll bring in a virus or something like that. So the AdBlock The spyware or adware removal program and an antivirus is pretty much necessary for any computer that's on the network or on the internet, I'm sorry. You know, because there is just so much viruses and just all kind of trouble that you can get into on the internet. So we highly recommend, you know, doing all three of those things. And stay safe, you know, don't go to sites you're not supposed to be going to. That's another huge one. If you're not sure about it, just don't go there. But anyway, just a few tips today, and I'm Isaac with Reboot. Remember to give your computer the reboot, not the boot.
Hi, this is Jody Johnson. I'm here with the Recreation Report. I'm happy to say that our football, all of our fall seasons have just about come to completion, which includes our soccer and football and cheerleading, fall baseball and softball. The only thing left is our All-Star tournaments, which will be coming up on November 21st out at Felker Park. Our soccer teams are actually be traveling down to Baldwin County to play in their district tournaments. And then our football teams will be playing here. We actually have 2 all-star teams in each age group that will represent Walton County. One that's a central, which is the Monroe and South Walton area combined, and then the Loganville area has a team. They will be playing against Doraville, so the top team will advance to the Georgia Recreation and Parks State Tournament the week after Thanksgiving. Around December 5th is the state tournament for the GRPA. So good luck to those teams. We hope that we can host and do a good job with that. If the weather will ever turn around, this is about the most dismal fall we've had in a long time with the rain and fog and just miserable weather. So hopefully our teams are getting prepared to play and represent Walton County well. Also want to invite you out, with the weather's bad outside, we do have our community centers open. We have a lot of people that are utilizing the community centers for all their activities, all their exercise needs. It's a great family place to come. Our basketball season has started, so our community centers are extremely full right now. With over 1,000 kids playing youth basketball from ages 5 to 18, boys and girls. We have a lot of kids playing basketball at our facilities, and that's at the Nile Recreation Center, our Felker Community Center, and our Meridian Community Center. Between the 5 gyms, we have, like I said, we have over 1,000 kids playing youth basketball. Our adult basketball season will again begin around the 1st of January and run through the middle of March. So we have that going on. Kenny Freeman at our Felker Community Center will be coordinating that activity for the adults. It's around $500 per team, and you get 12 games plus the end of the season tournament. So if you're interested in that, get with Kenny or go onto our website at waltoncountyga.gov to get that information. Our inaugural futsal, which is that indoor soccer program, is also coming up. We'll play that also at Nile on Sundays. When the basketball is not going on, adult basketball is not going on, we'll have the futsal program going on. And we've also started a brand new program called pickleball. Most people are going to go, well, what is pickleball? But you can actually go onto our website at the waltoncountyga.gov or go online and check out pickleball. It's one of the fastest growing sports in all of America. It's kind of a cross between badminton and tennis. It's played inside the gym on a regulation badminton court. It's got a low net, and you play it with wooden paddles, kind of like you've seen at the beach, wooden paddles and a wiffle ball. And it is primarily played amongst seniors. They get out and play. They want a little slower, smaller court than tennis. But it is a fairly fast-paced game. So, and we're doing that kind of as an open court right now at our Meridian Gym from 10 in the morning to like 3 in the afternoon. So if you want to play that, you can go on our website. There'll be a contact number there, and you can kind of reserve the courts. Right now we only have the 1 court, but we look for it to expand to 2 or 3 courts here pretty soon once people get involved. We also have our senior aerobics class, which continues to grow each year. We have over 100 seniors that go out and participate and exercise, dance, move around to some of the best of the old music and some of the new music. Valerie Ermetz is our our fitness coordinator for that, and doing a great job keeping everyone active. I think this past year they had a Halloween costume contest, and they all had a great time with the social aspect of just of that program. So we have a lot going on here in the end of fall, beginning of winter here at the Recreation Department. So we invite you to come out, see one of our sports programs, come out to the football all-star tournament on the 21st of November. It'll be played around 10 o'clock in the morning. And we have all other activities that are going on, something for anyone from age 4 to age 94. Not to exclude anybody here with the Recreation Department. We want you to come out. We want you to utilize all the facilities and all the programs that we have to offer you. So we hope to see you soon. And also remember, sportsmanship starts at home. So we'll see you again soon. Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Emily Russell, Director of Marketing and Business Development for Clearview Regional Medical Center. Thank you as always for tuning in to hear about the latest happenings and what's going on around Clearview. Lately we've added a few new physicians and a few new locations. So if you're in the market for a primary care doctor, we have 2 new locations. One is located here on our hospital campus in our new medical office building just adjacent here on our property. The second one is located at 704 Breedlove Drive in Monroe, just down from our old hospital facility there on Breedlove. Both can be reached by calling 770-267-8464. And out of our providers for there, we have a couple of very familiar faces from our community that we're so excited to have on board. One of those is Dr. Robin Pettigrew, who's been practicing in the area for a number of years, so we're excited to have her on our team. And the other is Dr. Marilyn Digama Beltran. She's been a part of our medical community for over 30 years, and so we're just so pleased to have her as part of our team, as well as we're growing and expanding our primary care market. We're accepting same-day patients. Walk-ins are welcome. So we encourage you to call or visit us online to set up an appointment. We would love to see you. In other exciting news here at Clearview, we have recently hired our very first certified nurse midwife. Now, some people may be unfamiliar with what a nurse midwife is and what type of things a nurse midwife would actually do. Nurse midwives are actually there to assist with deliveries of babies. They also do GYN visits, just all sorts of different things that come within the realm of women's health and women's issues. Our new certified nurse midwife is named Christy O'Reilly, and she's from the Athens area and has been a midwife for over 10 years with lots of experience delivering lots of bundles of joy. So we look forward to having her on our team here. She started in October, so if you are looking for the ultimate birth experience, we encourage you to try us here at Clearview, whether that be through one of our OBGYNs that are board certified or through our board certified nurse midwife. We would love to help you share in those precious moments that life has to offer. In addition, we have several upcoming events and seminars coming up. On November the 18th, Dr. Robin Pettigrew is going to be presenting to us on multiple different health concerns. It's interesting, I think when bad health strikes, it doesn't just do one particular thing or one particular thing happen. It seems like when it rains, it pours. So you might be dealing with high cholesterol, high blood pressure, hypertension, diabetes, all of these multiple factors all at one time, and sometimes we just don't know what to do. We don't know which medications to take or which condition to focus on, and it can be very disconcerting and confusing a lot of times for patients. So this is your opportunity to come and hear about how we can best treat those, medications that might be recommended, and just healthy lifestyle choices that you can make to improve your overall health. Again, that Lunch and Learn is coming up on Wednesday, November the 18th, and it will be from 12 to 1 here at Clearview Regional Medical Center. And we do ask that you call and let us know that you're going to be coming because we'd like to feed you lunch. So you can't beat that. So please let us know if that might be something that you're interested in. As always, you can call our physician referral line at 1-877-933-2762. They can be an excellent source of information for any upcoming events that we have at the hospital, as well as information about physicians in the area that are accepting new patients, what type of insurance they may accept, and what type of conditions they treat as well. So don't be a stranger to our website or to our physician referral line. You can always visit us online at www.clearviewregionalmedicalcenter.com, or again, call our physician referral line at 1-877-933-2762. 617-482-2762. We're coming into cold and flu season, so I hope that you've gotten your flu shot. If you have not, we offer flu shots at our primary care offices here in Monroe, in Grayson, and also in Social Circle as well. So we'd be happy to provide you with that if you have not already received that. So stay warm as temperatures continue to cool down. Stay healthy. Be sure that you use good hand washing techniques and keep you and your family healthy during this upcoming holiday season. As always, thanks for making Clearview your choice here in our community in Walton County for healthcare. Thank you.
Hello Walton County, this is Kevin Little with the Chairman's Report, Channel 16, Walton Entertainment. Today I'm going to update you on several things going on in the county and just highlight a couple things that we have that's going to be coming forward over the next few months. First of all, I want to talk to you about the 138 extension Charlotte-Rowell. At the October board meeting of the Board of Commissioners, we approved for E.R. Snell to go forward with one lane added to that that'll run just below the entrance of where Walmart goes all the way out to the roadway past Track Supply. I've talked to you about it several times. It's a partnership between the City of Monroe, Walton County, and Georgia DOT. And so we hope that this will enable those tractor-trailer trucks to move over into the other lane, and it'll let cars be able to move through the intersection out there a little more freely. So you'll see some construction starting out there probably in the next 30, 40 days. Definitely should be something going before Thanksgiving, and I don't know exactly what the construction timeline is, but it kind of depends on the weather is what's going on. Also want to talk to you about a couple things. Walton County has become a hotbed for solar farms. I guess our proximity to some of the Georgia Power major trunk lines has made it attractive. Several years ago, probably about 3 now, we did approve a major solar farm down off of Social Circle Fairplay Road, just north of Social Circle. It's 150 acres down there that is a solar farm, and it hooks right into Georgia Power just across the road there. And at the October board meeting of the Board of Commissioners for Walton County, Walton EMC brought forward a new solar farm, which would be 46 acres down on just off of Highway 11 near the Pleasant Valley community. And what they'll be doing there is they'll be putting solar panels in, and they'll be producing solar energy there again. And so EMC had also put in a solar farm near the Walton EMC itself back late last year. And with the trend of the federal government pushing green energy now and doing away with the coal fire plants, most of us in our area know about the coal firing plant down at Milledgeville. Plant Hatch down there is Plant Branch, and they are closing it, and so it will be no longer in function. So we're having to look for alternatives, and the power companies are using solar energy, and so it's going to be right here in Walton County, and we're excited to have that here. The solar farms are very low impact. There's not any traffic or anything like that. They produce the energy, and it's put through power lines into the main system, and then they put it on the grids. Also, as I've talked to you a lot about, I want to continue once again about Hard Labor Creek. And we've since closed the dam back the second Tuesday and first Tuesday in September. And if you ride down now off of Social Circle Fairplay Road and go across the bridge and look off either side, now you'll see a good bit of water. That tropical depression that kind of rolled up the east coast and stayed here for like 2 weeks, putting us a lot of water, it's made a big difference in Hard Labor Creek. Now the fill time on this reservoir is still 18 to 24 months, but every once in a while when you get some of those 3 to 6 inch rains over a couple of week period, it makes a big difference down here. So if you haven't had a chance to get down and look at the reservoir, I was down on the Tuesday before we started getting all that rain, and you could see the water swelling in the creek banks. And then I was just down there this past Sunday, and it's amazing now from the dam back up, you got a large pool of water in both directions. So we're seeing history happen right here in Walton County, and this is an opportunity for you to go see it. And I remember as a kid Lake Oconee filling it up and people being amazed down there, and now Lake Oconee's been full now for probably 30 years. I don't know exactly, but something good to have in Walton County, and an endless supply of water is going to be very great for our future. And it looks like our power companies are taking care of us for as power in the future too. So looking pretty good here in Walton County. If you have any questions or concerns, please give me a call, 770-267-1316. Thank you.
Hi, this is Dr. Anderson from Monroe Veterinary Clinic, and I just wanted to give you a quick update on the importance of year-round parasite prevention. Even though we're into the fall months, it has still been rather warm here, and that means that parasites are still out there and able to infect our pets. This includes intestinal parasites such as roundworms, hookworms, and whipworms, but also heartworms and fleas. As it gets cooler, fleas especially will move into our homes from the outside, and so can still get on our pets and cause infestation. Keeping your pet on year-round flea control will help get rid of fleas in the environment and keep your pet comfortable as well. Anytime we have a warm spell, no matter what time of year it is, the mosquitoes can be on the move again, and that's our risk for heartworm prevention. Heartworm prevention also protects your pets against intestinal parasites, and many of these live in the soil, such as roundworms. Also, other forms of parasites, such as hookworms and roundworms, can encyst in our pet's muscle tissue and can be released really at any time. And so the risk is always present. That's why we recommend keeping them on prevention year-round. In this area of the country with our climate, it is truly a year-round problem, and unfortunately we will see disease develop if there's been a lapse in prevention. If you have any questions about this, just give us a call at any time, 770-267-3690, and have a safe and happy holiday season. Thanks.
Hey, thanks for tuning in today. As always, we're going to show you some of the dogs and cats that are here for adoption at Walton County Animal Control Shelter. Before we do that, it's going to be real soon here that the cold weather starts rolling in, and a lot of people keep their pets outdoors. Well, you might want to reconsider that in the upcoming cold weather. In the last 2 years, we did pass some new ordinances that you cannot have a dog tethered outside during inclement weather. That would be a declared weather advisory or emergency. So you definitely want to get your pets in during that time. Real easy general rule of thumb, if it's too cold outside for you, it's probably too cold outside for your pet. So you definitely want to bring it in. If your dog is outside, you want to have proper shelter for it. That's a properly built or purchased dog house. In the past, a lot of different types of shelter have slid by, but the local ordinances did change, which outlawed a few things. The plastic or metal barrels, those are not proper for shelter anymore. You can receive a citation if you have a dog contained in a plastic or a metal barrel. The airline carriers, the typical ones that have the vents on the side that you would either use for transporting a pet, that's not a proper shelter. Even if you overlay it with carpet and a tarp and things like that, that's still not a proper shelter. You want to get something that you either buy at a pet store or have professionally built or build yourself, that has 3 sides, a top and a bottom, and insulates the dog. You want to have proper insulation or bedding in there too. You can have blankets in there, but what we found is in the wintertime, the dog might pull the blankets out, or rain might get in, the blanket gets wet and it freezes, and then the dog's laying on a wet frozen blanket. The best thing for it is either cedar shavings or pine shavings, or even some kind of hay or straw that you can put in there. Cedar shavings are excellent because that keeps down the fleas and ticks as well, so you kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone there. So just keep that in mind as the colder weather comes up. If you have any questions, you can always come to the shelter to speak with one of the officers, or you can see all those ordinances on our website. WaltonPets.net has a link to that website, but just treat your pet right and there'll be no problems. Now we're going to show you some of the ones that are available for adoption.
What we have here today is like this brindle blue pit. We have her as about 1 year old, and she's nice and sweet, and she's ready to go home. We have us several puppies right now. We've got this litter of 3, and 2 of them look alike. One's a boy and girl of this color, Then there's a black and white one. They're all three cute, and they're looking for a mommy. Is whining for a mommy right now. Needs a good home. Thank you. Sit. You want to face the camera? We have us a pit mix. He looks kind of like an English bulldog shape, and he's nice and stout. About 3-year-old male, looking for a good home. Talk about puppies. This one right here is a nice one. Little cattle dog puppy. If I let it down, it's going. I have to chase it. But it's beautiful, playful. Wouldn't you hate it if you was the one that lost this and someone else ended up with it? You lose a pet, come and check right away. We have us a nice chocolate lab mix here. He's wanting to have some hound ears. It's got some mix in it. Looking for a lot of love. And for the cat lovers, we have this tiger with white domestic short hair cat. He sure is a mild-mannered cat, and he's just a definition of a pet. If you want one, if you just want a pet.
The McDaniel Tishner House presents the annual Mini Evergreen Festival. It is a reception and silent auction. This will be on Friday, November the 13th from 6 to 8. Come enjoy delicious holiday foods and beverages while glimpsing at unique holiday items and donations from local friends and businesses in our community. Bid to take home your favorite items. Bidding will take place between 6 and 7:30. Ticket holders can preview the silent auction on November the 13th from 12 to 2. All funds raised benefit the preservation of the historic McDaniel Tishner House. Ticket prices are $15, so come out and do some holiday shopping early and help preserve our heritage. Saturday, November the 14th from 9 to 2, the American Legion Post 233 will be holding a Veterans Information Workshop. If you have questions regarding your benefits or how to enter a claim and what services are available to you, this workshop can help answer all of those questions. You'll be able to meet one-on-one with people and discuss your individual needs. So come out on Saturday, November the 14th from 9 to 2 to the American Legion Post 233. Before heading to the Veterans Workshop on Saturday, November the 14th, come out to the Walton Clean and Beautiful Recycling Center and participate in America Recycles Day. They will be accepting old paint, you can shred documents, and they're accepting donations of shoes. This is Saturday, November the 14th from 8 to 12. So all that old paint in your garage, come on and bring it on down, and that you can recycle it and save our planet. Just to note, they will not be using the scales that day, so there is no trash drop off. It's only recycling. So bring out your old paint, your old documents, and some gently used shoes to donate. Thank you. Walton County Healthcare Foundation is having its 4th annual marathon and 5K race on Saturday, December the 5th. It's going to be at the Harmony Elementary School at 934 Harmony Church Road in Monroe. Need more information? You can call the race director, David Dickinson, at 770-601-9809.
Church potluck? This year, you have a new spot, walkgeorgia.org, a free website that provides you with all the resources needed to get your heart rate up and body out in your community. Sign up and receive individual or group fitness tracking, fitness demos by certified trainers, recipes, and a guide to resources in your Georgia County, all in one easy-to-use site. When you move more, you live more. walkgeorgia.org.